Howdy folks, Sapper here, aka Sean, with another installment of Main Battle Tank. Alright, so turn 3 has been exciting. There's been some shots fired on both sides, and we've had our first kill of the game. So let me go ahead and zoom in and kind of show you what's been going on here. Alright, so the Soviets won initiative again. I told you the dice aren't being friendly to the American side. So the Soviets won initiative again. And I really thought that it was going to not bode too well for Piranha. But it looks like he might be out of the woods, at least for the time being. So we had this group here, 3 tanks. They had a fire command. So only one of these 3 tanks had his turret oriented towards Chris. I guess they kind of got cocky. They're like, oh, we can get this guy, you know, 1 shot, 1 kill. So only 1 tank was able to fire in his direction. He fired, it was a miss. The other 2 decided that they were going to shoot at Eagle. All right, way over here. All right, it was a range of 15, which is still short. With they're using anti-tank guided missiles because the T-80 main gun is not strong enough to penetrate the frontal armor of an M1 tank. So the anti-tank guided missile that they carry, the Songster, can possibly penetrate the frontal armor of an M1. So both of them fired. First one missed. The second one did hit him in the hull, and there was no damage. So these guys, 3 shots and all duds. So then we go to here. This T-80 decided to fire at Tiger Shark here up on the hill. The Americans have a rule which is called quick draw, which if they have a fire command, they are able to fire at the same time. So combat's not normally simultaneous, but with the quick draw rule, it does become simultaneous as long as the target has a fire command, and then he can basically pop his shot off at the same time. So the T-80 fires, he gets a hit, but it's no damage because he's up on a hill. It's a rising shot, so you have a little bit more of an advantage when you're shooting up at somebody. The guy that's on higher elevation has a little bit more of an armor advantage. So hit Tiger Shark, but there was no damage. And again, he was using the Songster anti-tank guided missile. So Kevin fires back using quick draw. M1s only have a main gun as far as tank weaponry. They don't have missiles. So Kevin fires back, gets a hit because it's a falling shot. We're shooting more at the top of the vehicle. Got a hit and knocked him out. So scratch 1. Congratulations, Kevin in Tiger Shark, for getting first blood of World War III. So that ends that right there. And then there's 2 T-80s right here. They decide that they're going to take a shot at Jack and Velociraptor. Short range with the anti-tank guided missile. Both shots were misses. So that's what we have at the end of the fire phase. Now I have some movement to do, and then there might be some overwatch fire, but because I have so much drawn on the board right now, I wanted to capture the combat part of it so I can erase that, I can move everything, and then possibly have some more shooting going on. So that's it for now. Alright, movement phase is over with. Piranha, which was here, moved over to here. Now the front of the vehicle's facing this way, and then the turret is facing that way. So if anybody pops over that hill, he might be able to get a shot off. Grizz just backed up one space. Of course, they picked up their dismount, so the dismount squad's inside, the dismount squad's inside. Wolf and Tiger Shark didn't do anything. Of course, they couldn't move anyway because they did a fire move. And then I think the only move we had here was that Bradley right there. He just backed up into the trees. He did not pick up his dismount squad. They're going to stay there on top of the hill. Nightcrawler stayed in place. Raptor, Eagle, they stayed in place. The headquarters stayed in place. Actually, these guys have Overwatch commands, so they might be able to respond to the Soviet movement. Soviet movement. So we had a lot of Soviet movement. They know that the Americans are backing up, so they're going to press forward. So the T-80s, the 3 T-80s pushed up to here. The BMPs that were behind them, these guys pushed up to here. They have infantry inside. The T-80s that were in this town, they pushed up to here. The ground-based radar, BRM, moved up to here behind these T-80s. And then the headquarters tank and the 3 artillery guns moved up to here. So the red denotes, helps me remember that the headquarters tank is here, and then the orange is for artillery. And then up here we had these 2 T-80s. They pushed up into the woods. I think they'll be out of, being in the woods right here, they should be out of line of sight of these guys, but I'll determine that in a minute. There's still some residual smoke there, so that'll help them out too. The engineers, which were here, moved up to here. We had our last squad that was off map, or excuse me, our last platoon that was off map. They moved from off map to here. So this is a platoon of infantry, mechanized infantry. And then the T-80s that were right here, they pushed up to the hill. So there's going to be some stuff going down over here, probably here in the future. Americans did put some smoke right there, so that'll give them a little bit. We've got the 2 dismount squads on the back side of the hill, kind of just waiting to lie in ambush. So we'll see what happens. I got Overwatch fired to see if I want to do any of that, and then the turn should be over. Alright folks, so I conducted the movement's been completed, so the only thing I really had to do left was Overwatch, if I chose to do it. There was only, I think, 4 vehicles with Overwatch tokens. This one here, which they didn't have any line of sight to anybody. And then we had Eagle and Raptor. So Eagle decided to take a shot here and missed. And then Raptor decided to take a shot at this T-80 here and missed. So basically they whiffed it. Raptor had a pretty decent shot too of hitting, a 72% chance, and missed. In fact, there's the die roll, Raptor. Way to go. Anyway, I think that'll wrap this up, or at least this turn 3. So we'll move into turn 4 and see what happens. The main Russian goal here is either to kill everybody or exit units off the map. And they're getting basically to the halfway point of the map is probably that area right there. So they're creeping up, and they've got all their forces on the board. So we'll see how things go. All right, until next time. Peace.